remember 10 years ago, the prospect of a Michael Jackson biopic seemed kind of impossible because of just how would you approach it, how would you cast it, and it just felt like at a point they were never ever going to do it, and now it's actually here. Well, it's kind of here. This Michael Jackson film that's in cinemas right now that I saw yesterday is not the entire life story of Michael Jackson. It's basically a Michael Jackson origin story, how he became the king of pop. So yeah, all the controversy of his later life, the allegations, are not depicted in this film. The main drama of this film is the relationship between Michael and his dad, Joseph Jackson, and Joseph's abuse of Michael, his treatment of Michael, his control of Michael and the Jackson 5, and all around just being a really dick prick dad. And starting off with some positives first, Jafar Jackson really did bring it as Michael. He embodies him so much in the heart and also physically as well. The dancing, the singing, the mannerisms, the voice. Having seen the film, I don't know who else could have played Michael Jackson other than his nephew Jafar. He does a really good job. And like the vast majority of musician biopics, the scenes where they're performing the songs are entertaining, especially if you're a Michael Jackson fan. You're going to get a massive kick out of hearing the Michael Jackson songs through the cinema speakers. You're going to be tapping your foot. The scene where they're on set of the Thriller music video and putting that together, that was enjoyable. The scene with Michael at the Motown event where he does the moonwalk for the very first time whilst performing Billie Jean, that was really well recreated. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you're going to really enjoy those scenes. But at the same time, it's enjoyment that you can easily get at home by playing one of his albums, going on Spotify, watching one of his music videos on YouTube, and just getting into it now. This film is not unwatchable. Those scenes I was just talking about do, provide some entertainment value in the film if you're a Michael Jackson fan. But for the majority of this film, I was just watching it in kind of a state of indifference. The film was more or less what I thought it was going to be when I saw the trailer. A very sanitized, safe, surface level, and incomplete account of Michael Jackson's life. This film felt like the writer went to Wikipedia or some kind of fact checker website and saw a very basic summary of the events of Michael's life and put them into a really bare bones screenplay in which it just simply depicts those events. It's like, okay, here's this event, now here's this event, now here's this event. It doesn't feel like a genuine deep dive into Michael Jackson the person. I walked out of this film not really knowing anything new about him, not really having a fresh insight into the man behind the King of Pop. As far as the Joseph Jackson stuff goes, which again is the main drama of this film, again, it just feels surface level because I've read some stuff about Joseph Jackson and his abusive treatment of Michael and his brothers, and he sounds like a real scumbag piece of shit. And in this film, he's just the cliched, strict prick dad manager trope that we've seen in a lot of these kinds of films before. And on top of that, every scene involving Joseph Jackson controlling Michael and the Jackson 5 and being a dick feels repetitive. Every scene just feels like it's the same thing. He's deciding what they're doing, Michael's too scared to say no and to stand up to him, and that's it. And rinse and repeat for 2 hours, which kind of plays into another separate issue of mine with the film, which is that it's basically a part one because the film ends with his story continues, confirming the rumours from a while ago that Lionsgate have split this film into two parts. So all the allegations, all the controversies, that's going to be in a sequel that's probably going to come out next year, the year after, whenever. So it's really a part one film. And as a part one film, we've been here before, where it's pretty much setting the stage for the bigger story that's coming in the next part. And as a film on its own, it's just not very fulfilling. There's a couple of aspects to the story of this film that felt a bit drawn out, like the Joseph Jackson stuff with the repetitive scenes with him. And there's a few scenes where Michael's reading Peter Pan and he's, yearning for childhood, and that's obviously setting up him building Neverland in part two. There's padding in this film that could have been taken out, and as a whole, the film easily could have been the first half of a Michael Jackson biopic. It would have been like 3 hours long, but they could have made it happen. But if they do two films, they get more money. Because that's what it's really about, isn't it? If you're a Michael Jackson mega fan who wants to go into this film and basically experience it as a tribute, love letter, celebration kind of concert film, then you will thoroughly enjoy this film. I took my mum to see it yesterday and she really enjoyed it. She had a great time with it. Any concerns that you had about this Michael Jackson biopic, you're right. It does feel like the Jackson family had a lot of control about how Michael was depicted, how the family was depicted, And yeah, the result is the safe version of Michael's story, the sanitized version, the squeaky clean, watered down version, and we get the crowd pleasing, well, mostly crowd pleasing, because there are some like emotional parts in the film that aren't like happy or anything. But overall, it is an audience friendly Michael Jackson biopic. And if that's going to piss you off, if that's going to disappoint you, it's just going to piss you off and disappoint you. It's not bad, nor is it a thriller. And if you're hoping for the king of musician biopics, this isn't it. I'm sorry. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song, by the way? Mine's Billie Jean, followed by Beat It.